Hey, did you know I'm doing a toy drive for the kids? That's right. If you want to support underprivileged children this holiday season, click the link below or in my bio, and you'll be able to access our link to our toy drive. We're going through Amazon, so all you need to do is buy toys. You can see we've already got a ton of them. The more the merrier. We are looking for gifts still for the very young kids, as well as gifts for the older kids. Thank you to all who've already bought toys and donated. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and enjoy the video. Next up, we have Connor. Connor is pro-life and wants to talk about it. Connor, can you provide me your age and pronouns, please?
33, he, him.
Okay, Connor, 33, he, him. Connor, you are pro-life, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, do you believe abortion should be illegal?
Yeah, the termination of a child in the womb, yeah, or the killing aspect. Because I know I've listened to you before, and I know your definition of abortion. I think you said it was, anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily like the termination of the child. It could be like terminating the pregnancy altogether, as in like giving birth is also technically like an abortion.
Yeah,
So
I just define abortion as the evacuation of the
killing the
contents of the
child.
uterus. Just so that you know it. The way I define it would just be the evacuation of the contents of the uterus.
Yeah, so the way I'm looking at it more or less is I think the killing of the child would be what I would consider I would want to be illegal, yes.
Okay, justify why that should be illegal.
Well, I think any killing of any innocent life should be illegal.
Why?
And I was listening to the guy right before me, and I think that's kind of, I don't really agree with you very often. Even I watch a show and I disagree with a lot of stuff you say. And I think if he had just put that one clarifier on there, I think he kind of dug himself in a little deep with saying like all killing was wrong. I think if he had just put like a clarifier on it of just saying like the innocent killing of people is what is wrong, I think he would have done himself a little bit more justice.
I think it's definitely an easier position to defend. Let me just ask you, you said the killing of innocents is wrong. Why is it wrong to kill an innocent creature?
Well, an innocent human.
Okay, so it's only wrong to kill an innocent human.
Well, yeah, I don't, say if somebody wanted to go kill a deer, I would say the deer is innocent in the situation, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but like killing an innocent human, I think there's quite a bit of stuff wrong with that.
Why is it wrong to kill an innocent human, but not wrong to kill an innocent of another species?
Well, I guess I don't see the benefit of killing innocent. I just don't see there's any benefit to killing innocent humans. I think there's benefit to killing like an innocent deer. I mean, you can use their hide, you can use, them for food.
So the benefit,
there's quite a bit of
so that I'm understanding, so that I understand a little bit. If I were an individual and I went hunting and I killed a deer, because the usefulness of that deer will make my life marginally better in some way, shape, or form, this is a benefit to killing that, and I should be allowed to kill that deer, even though the deer is also innocent.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's going to make your life better, but I mean, in certain aspects, but it's going to.
Well, but you said benefit, so benefit would inherently mean that it's
sustain your life. I guess it's going to sustain your life. Like it's going to help you live. Eating is going to, obviously keep you alive.
Sure. When I'm saying make it better, I just mean that you were saying benefit. So there is some positive. There's some positive to my life from the taking of this innocent life, and so therefore I should be able to take this innocent life because of the positive it gives to my life.
Yeah, but I mean that positive is very crucial to your life.
I mean, what about someone that just kills a?
Say you have,
what if I just
one option? You either kill a deer and you survive another day, or you don't kill a deer and you die.
What if I just hunt for sport? What if I just kill the deer and then
it's okay to kill the deer and survive?
So you would disagree with hunting for sport?
What if you just killed the deer for absolutely no reason?
Yeah, you would.
What was that?
You would disagree with hunting for sport?
Well, see, like myself, I'm not a hunter, so I guess I'm not sure. I guess if I had to really think about it right now,
In order to be logically consistent,
no, I
it
guess
would
I
have to
don't
be.
think there's much of a problem with it.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter
I
if it
don't.
makes my
No, I don't
life.
think there's a problem with that.
Okay, so then it doesn't actually matter if it benefits the sustainment of my life, because if I'm hunting for sport, I'm not eating that meat. I'm just hunting because it's fun to hunt. So that would directly
Oh, so
contradict
you're
what you
saying that
just
they're
said.
just going to let the deer meat go to waste altogether, or
They
because
might.
I can hunt for sport and donate the meat.
Sure, but that donating of the meat isn't marginally improving your life or sustaining your life or keeping your life extended.
Well, no, but it did as like humans as a whole,
No, but we're
or
speaking
like
of the
it
we're
sustained
speaking of the
some humans
individual.
somewhere.
I'm speaking of the individual though.
So no, if they didn't eat the deer meat, then no, it would not have sustained them whatsoever.
Okay, but you're still okay with this as a form of hunting. That it's okay to hunt. If I
Well,
hunted and
yeah, but
killed a
I
deer,
never said that killing the deer only had to benefit the one person.
okay, if I shoot and kill a deer and I just leave the deer carcass in the middle of the woods, is this wrong? Did I do something wrong?
I think that would be wrong. Yes, I
Okay.
do agree that would be wrong.
So taking an innocent human life is wrong, but taking an innocent animal life is not wrong as long as that innocent animal life is used to benefit you or society's life in some marginally consistent way.
Yeah, I think there should be a purpose to it.
Okay. Well, if killing the innocent human marginally benefits you or society's life, why wouldn't that be okay at this point? Like if I have
Well,
an
because I also don't
abortion,
think that you should, just because they're able to benefit your life, that you should be able to critically damage somebody else's.
but you are okay with critically damaging the deer's life.
Yeah, because that's not a human life.
Okay, so it's about being a human.
I hold human life above any other life, though. I'm a hold
Okay.
human life above any other animal life.
Okay, why?
Um. Okay, so my basic answer, I'm gonna have to try to choose my next best option because you're not gonna agree with. I'm just gonna. My top answer is gonna be because of God, but let me try to think of something outside of that real quick.
I mean, that can be your answer. It would just be an
I would have to
indefensible
say
position.
society. I'm gonna have to. My next one would just be it's they're gonna benefit the like society.
They're gonna benefit the society.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just think that okay, so if everyone just went on a killing spree and just killed whoever they wanted and held no value to any life, I mean, the human existence would just kind of go down quite a bit.
Sure, but I mean, we're not talking about a killing spree, right? We're talking about one specific type of killing of human beings, right? Which would be the taking of life.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, that one specific type is accounted for like millions and millions of human lives.
Are we birthing more than abortions? Like, is the birth rate
You're saying it's the birth rate
higher than the abortion rate?
Well, it depends on what country you're in.
I'm just talking globally.
I guess I don't know the statistics on America or
globally.
Other places,
I'll tell you globally. The answer is the birth rate is higher than the abortion rate. That's why the number of people on Earth keeps going up.
Actually, yeah, I would have to agree with that because obviously, how would you get like 9 billion people? But yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So it's not like the abortions
but if
that
you
are
legalize
happening.
it though, and if you make it legal everywhere, and you allow people to do it at will, then I don't think that would necessarily. I think that would change significantly.
Canada has legal abortions currently, like free and legal throughout the entire pregnancy. And Canada
Throughout
has
the entire country?
Throughout the entire country and throughout the entire pregnancy, and their abortion rate is lower than ours.
Well, just okay, but it also.
Making abortions legal doesn't increase abortions. What increases the abortion rate is specifically, like, the number one cause to it is the wealth gap. Wealth inequality is the highest reason for the abortion rate's high. I don't remember what the number is specifically. I think it's like 60% of abortions are due to financial stressors.
Okay, but whether if it's legal or not, it would still be wrong.
All right, 73%. 73% of abortions are due to financial stressors. Yeah, but you're saying the reason we shouldn't make it legal. The reason we shouldn't make it legal, right? Because you said you couldn't use the argument of religion, which I agree. It's just an indefensible position if you try to use religion. But the reason why we shouldn't make it, I don't agree with that whatsoever. Well, it is because you'd have to prove God, which is impossible to do. No, like I'll tell you right now, if somebody could prove that God existed, if somebody could prove that God existed and prove that every time you had an abortion you're going straight to hell, then yeah, it would be morally wrong to have an abortion.
No, nowhere in the Bible. No true Christian would ever just tell you just because you had an abortion automatically means it's a one-way ticket to hell.
Well, if killing is,
so there's a thing called repentance and forgiveness.
Well, that's a whole different conversation. Which I just don't see the point in getting into. But what I'm trying to say to you is your reason for saying abortion should be illegal boiled down to, well, if too many abortions happen, we're like, the rate of abortions is going to be too high. But we've already shown that the rate of abortions aren't going to be high if we couple abortions with societal changes that would like help people who are poor and whatnot, because that would 73% of all abortions that happen would stop if people could afford the pregnancy, could afford the kids. So then what is the actual reason that
do you believe that? Do you think it's a net good for people to have human rights?
Do I think rights are a net good? Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay, so then why do we not give all humans human rights?
Oh, because my rights aren't based on being human. I don't think humans get rights just because they're humans. I think
that's literally in them.
No,
why do you not get human rights because you're human?
Because I don't believe in such a thing as human rights. I just believe in rights in general. And humans, like many other creatures on the planet, has a use for rights. And I believe that humans shouldn't be the only creatures on the planet that get rights. Right?
Would it be wrong for me to come into your house right now and kill you?
Yes. But not because I'm
human. Would it be wrong for you to go to the store and pick up cow meat and eat it?
No. But it would probably
so then you do value
hold on. Wait. Let me because these aren't comparable. It would be wrong of me to kill a cow. Eating a cow that's already dead is not wrong.
But you'll eat a cow?
Yeah, if it's already dead, yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, would it be wrong if if I walked into the middle of a field and there was a cow laying on the ground dead and I ate it? Is that wrong? No. There's nothing wrong.
I'm sorry. I was in complete disbelief. Can you repeat that question one more time?
If I walked into a field and there was just a cow laying dead in the middle of the field and I ate it, was that wrong?
Well, no, but that's not the process in which you get your meat.
Oh, wait, but I'm saying I believe factory farming is wrong. I believe we should not farm animals. I believe we should
it's not stopping you from getting the meat at the store.
Wait, again,
just because you believe factory farming is wrong, you're literally.
I think you're missing the point here. If we're
that makes no sense.
Wait, if we're talking about the principles here, right? First of all, whether I do it or not does not change the principle of the matter, right? Right? I can just say I personally am immoral, but these are probably the moral decisions that we should make, right? So this is different. So one, yes, I believe eating an animal is not morally wrong. I believe killing animals is morally wrong. Now, yes, I believe that you eating animals killing animals contributes to factory farming. Absolutely. But I would just say I'm immoral here, that I'm making an immoral choice when I do this.
Yes, and then once again, you would be making an immoral choice to kill a human, an innocent human, in the womb.
Yes, but
you'd be making another immoral choice.
Hold on,
to do so.
Why is it immoral to kill a human in the womb?
That would be an immoral choice.
No, I don't, because I don't. Prior to 24 weeks,
taking of a human, it's taking of an innocent human life.
Again, don't care that it's human, right? But for me, what makes killing wrong is if
You
you're
do,
killing
because you literally said that
No.
it would be wrong for me
You
to go
have to-
into your house and kill you.
Yes, because
You
I'm
literally said
sentient.
it would be wrong for me to go into your
Yes,
house and kill
because
you.
I am a
Why?
sentient. Because I'm a
Why would it be
sentient
wrong?
creature.
You said it was wrong.
I'm
So why would
answering
it be
you.
wrong for me to go into your house and kill you?
Are you listening? Because I've literally answered you 3 times. Because
Go
I
ahead.
am a sentient creature that can experience, and it's wrong to kill other
Doesn't matter.
sentient
They
creatures.
experience too.
No, they don't. Fetuses prior to 24 weeks cannot
Yes,
experience.
they do.
No,
They
they
might
don't.
not mentally experience
No, they
it,
don't
but
at all.
they physically experience it. They
No,
100%. Yes,
no.
they do. They 100%
No, they don't.
physically experience
It's impossible.
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
It is
No, it's
physically
not. Their body
impossible
still went through
to
damage. Their body
experience.
still goes through the damage. They still experience it.
Homie, Connor, I need you to fucking take a breath right now. If I take a rock and I smash that rock with a hammer, did that rock experience something?
Oh, that rock's not alive, dude. That makes no sense.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Let's say I have a brain dead person. Let's say I have a body that's still living, right? This body is still alive and functioning. The brain is dead, and I blow that body up with a stick of dynamite. Did that body experience something?
Yes, that body experienced something.
No,
yes,
it didn't.
100%.
You don't know what experience means on a philosophical level.
Yes, it did.
No, you don't know what experience means on a philosophical level. You don't. Experience doesn't just mean had something happen to it. That's not what experience is. Experience is a subjective form of you being able to interpret or relay information from the world around you to your brain. And without the appropriate brain functionality to do this, which fetuses don't have until 24 weeks, you physically can't experience. It's impossible. There aren't the structures necessary to experience the world. There's no subject prior to this. There's no subject to do the experiencing. The subject doesn't exist yet.
Okay. Fine. I understand what you're saying. So do you think, because you said that you don't think that they should be taking of sentient life and at all. You think it's wrong to take sentient
I think it's wrong
sentient life.
I think it's wrong to unjustly take sentient life. There are going to be justifications, but I think as a whole, it's wrong to unjustly take sentient life.
Okay. So you're saying before the 24 weeks, they're unsentient. After 24 weeks, that's when they gain sentience.
They would gain the capacity for sentience at around 24 weeks. Sometimes it can be
But
earlier.
you don't care. You would. Yeah. It's. Let's just set it at that time. Otherwise, because I mean, you can argue how soon or later they get it, but you don't care about that technically, because you don't mind if a woman has an abortion at 9 months.
I would say
you
that
leave it up to the woman to decide.
No,
if you don't want to infringe.
No, incorrect. Incorrect. If it is past 24 weeks of gestation, I think the type of abortion that should be had is a non-lethal abortion, unless medically it is impossible to do, and the only way to have the abortion is to kill it, in which case I would leave the decision up to the person who's pregnant. They would make that decision.
Thought I watched one of your videos before where you said it was just solely up to the woman's discretion, but maybe I misunderstood then.
Yeah, this has been my position for like 2 years. So,
but I might have misunderstood that, but I guess who cares if it's sentient if it's going to have the ability to gain sentience?
Because I don't care about potential. I care about capacity. Right? Like
you do. You care about potential in a lot of things in life.
No, I don't.
You don't care about potential in any aspect whatsoever in your life.
No,
None whatsoever.
I care about capacity.
Okay, the baby has the capacity to gain sentience.
No, it has the potential to gain the capacity. Capacity means capacity means that all the structures required to do this are there. It's just not turned on. Potential means it may get all of those structures at a later date. So, for instance, the way I always described is if I have a car and my engine is in the car and everything on the car is working and all I have to do is turn the key, that car has the capacity to drive. But if I have a car with no engine, That car has the potential to drive once I put an engine in it. But at the end of the day, whether I
has everything it needs to develop and grow. It has the capacity to do so.
It has everything it needs to grow, but it does not have the structures of the brain
required. You have to put the motor in the car in order to do it.
It does not have the structures of the brain required to be sentient. They do not exist yet. So I'm not going to care about something that does not yet exist. But this is also just a subjective value.
So where does it come out of? Just thin air?
Like if I were to
develop from?
Hold on. This is a subjective value placement, right? Because I can believe that this thing does not have any inherent value, like any objective value. But like if I got someone pregnant and we were trying to have a kid, I would now place value on that. Because this is a subjective, like just talking about where I place my value on something is subjective. It doesn't have universal value, right? And it may not have moral consideration, but the value comes from like what I value this thing as, which is why, again, pro-choice, because it's the choice of the pregnant person and the value they place on it, not the subjective value society places on it.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with that. But if somebody, some madman, what's that? Say that again.
I said based on what?
I just don't think that you can just claim something has value and all of a sudden now has, like, when you're talking a human life.
I'm not
just because. So are you telling me that if I get like real depressed and I get like suicidal or something, my value decreases?
No. Why would it decrease?
Because I think differently of myself. So it's subjectively my moral worth decline.
Why would it decrease? No, when I place,
well, because you're saying that it's subjective. My value is subjective because I think less of myself now. So I should be.
Connor, let me explain it to you. I'm not making value judgments per se. I'm making moral consideration judgments. I'm saying at what point should we morally consider an individual, a person, a being, whatever. And I'm saying the point at which we should morally consider them is sentience. So because there are two actors in here, there would be a sentient actor and a non-sentient actor. Because I place moral consideration on sentience, I'm going to value the experience of a sentient actor before I ever value the non-experience of a non-sentient actor. So in a pregnancy, I have a pregnant person who is sentient and a non-sentient being that isn't. I'm always going to place the value on the sentient being. They're going to receive the moral consideration in this conversation, not the being that is not sentient. Now, as soon as that being is sentient, I provide it some level of moral consideration where I'm saying, hey, we shouldn't unjustly kill it, but there will be justifications, as there are justifications for any type of killing. There may be an instance where killing it is justified, in which case I would say, now we can justify killing it if we have to kill it.
Okay, but I think you're hiding behind that, though. I think you completely hide behind that.
That's the argument. What do you mean? That's not
100%. Because if somebody is raped, and they get pregnant, and that baby is sentient. They were pregnant up until the sentience. I guarantee you're going to say, well, you were raped. You can probably just get rid of the baby. It doesn't matter.
No, what I'm going to say is if a person is raped and they get pregnant and 24 weeks go by and now they want an abortion, I would say because the fetus is sentient, it now has a level of moral consideration, and you should go with a non-lethal abortion method. That would be the morally correct choice to make in this scenario. Now, if there becomes a medical issue where it becomes your life or the fetus's life, then I believe you're justified in killing it. I don't believe you're justified in killing a sentient actor unless there is a justification. I don't think that's a justification. So I don't know what you think I'm hiding behind. I'm pretty consistent here.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm shocked in that answer. I honestly would have expected you to say at any point you wouldn't have cared.
Well, I'm pretty consistent here.
Can you explain one more time the pro-choice? So pro-choice, you're saying pro-choice is only up until 24 weeks, or just your the way that you hold to pro-choice, it would only be up to 24 weeks? Because pro-choice would be whether they want to or not, right?
No. So pro-choice doesn't just mean like a la carte. It just means that like there are different types of pro-choice positions. I used to be, I don't know if it's still considered that, but I would be considered an evictionist, which is where we're saying evict the fetus from the body. The only way to evict the fetus from the body prior to viability is to kill it. After viability, after it's viable, then there are other methods to evict it, in which case you use one of those other methods, because it's just about ending the rights violation. So the rights violation would be someone being in your body when you don't want it to be. You don't have to always kill that thing to end the rights violation. Sometimes you just take it out.
How does that not just inherently seem like so wrong, though?
Can you justify why it's wrong?
Well, yeah, it's like you basically imagine you invited somebody into your house, and then you blocked all the exits, and then now you're like victim blaming, or like you're like telling this guy, "Oh, you're in my house. I know you have absolutely no way out, and I'm just gonna kill you." Like that just seems so inherently wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't call
Like
this
you put the baby
analogous.
in,
Here's
in
how I
you,
would
and then all of
frame
a
this
sudden
in an
now
analogous
you're
way.
blaming the victim.
Here's how I would frame this in an analogous way. Let's say you wake up one day and there's somebody in your house, and this person in your house is incapable of living anywhere else. Like literally, if they leave the house, they'll die. They're incapable. And so for the next 9 months, you have to spend the entirety of this 9 months taking care of this person. Are you justified in saying, I don't want to do this, and they should have to leave the house? I would say you are. You're absolutely justified in saying,
if you're the one responsible for putting that person in the house. That's the one important detail you left out of it. You were the one that put it in there.
Hold on. Let me rephrase this for a second, because we're now operating under the guise that like throughout the 9 months the baby's sentient. It would actually be that if for the first like 6 months that the person is there, killing them doesn't harm them in any way, shape, or form. So in which case I'd be like, yeah, why not just kill them? It doesn't hurt them. So you're not harming anything.
You're wrong in that as well. It does harm them. It literally harms their life.
Nope, they are incapable of experiencing harm.
Yeah, actually it does.
No, they are literally incapable of experiencing harm. They can't experience harm.
Okay, I think harm is going to be killing them.
Why
that is harmful to their life.
Why is killing something harm?
How is it not?
It's not the question I asked. You are the one saying that killing is.
I guess I don't know
how you could.
How could you articulate it to be anything else?
Well,
how is it anything other than harmful?
Do you mow your lawn?
Yeah.
Did you harm the grass?
No, it didn't kill the grass, dude.
Mowing the lawn can kill your grass.
The grass keeps growing, man.
Okay,
it didn't kill the grass.
Okay. Have you ever?
Too much sunshine and not enough water may kill the grass, but you mowing the grass, it's going to continue to grow.
Okay. Let's say you kill a plant. Let's say you put a plant inside your house and it dies. Did you do something wrong?
Yep.
You did something immoral. If you picked a flower and you put that flower in your home and you don't water it and that flower dies.
If I pledged to take care of this flower, if I had pledged to take care of this flower and I let it die, I purposely let it die, yes, I did something immorally wrong.
You letting the flower die is immoral. Come on.
Yes, like I said, if I
You're not serious about that.
To keep this thing alive, how is that not? That is, I'm being 100% honest. If I pledged to keep something alive and I intentionally let it die, yes, I did something immorally wrong.
Why? Okay, so let's just ask the question then. Why is letting it die wrong? What is the harm that happens when it dies?
It died. That is the harm.
That's just a circular answer. It's bad because it's bad, is what you're saying.
It's not circular just because you can't accept it.
No, it's circular because you're using the question in the answer. Why is it dying harmful because it's dying? That is no. That is my friend. That is like the definition of a circular answer. Why is it dying harm because it's dying is a circular answer. You're not answering the question. You're just restating the position. I know you believe that it dying is harmful. I'm asking you to substantiate why.
I don't know for the flower. I can't think of anything off the top of my head for a flower, but
For anything. For literally anything that dies. Why is dying bad?
well, hold on. I'm not going to sit here and just say why is something dying bad, being
Sure.
killed.
Why is killing something bad?
For the same reason that you said it was bad if I just walked into your house and killed you.
I think it's bad because you're ending a currently existing sentient experience. So if you believe it's the same, if you think that's what's wrong is the same thing that I want, then you agree with me. Abortion prior to 24 weeks isn't bad because you're not ending a pre-existing sentient
Well, I've already
experience.
stated that I think the killing of any innocent life is bad.
Okay, and I want to know
Or
your
human life,
answer.
sorry.
I want to know what your answer to that is. Why?
Because you just harmed a human life.
Why
You
is it
killed an innocent human
harm?
life.
I'm
That
asking
is wrong.
you to substantiate why killing it is harmful.
Clearly, we're not getting anywhere.
Because you aren't answering the question, my G. You're not substantiating your claim. Again, when you ask the question to me, Jovan, why is killing sentient creatures harmful? Because it ends a currently existing sentient experience. When I ask you, why is killing an innocent wrong? You just respond with, because you're killing the innocent. You're not substantiating the answer.
I mean, you're taking away from a potential life here. I mean, I don't understand how that's not a reasonable answer.
Why would ending a potential life be bad? It's not a life yet. It's got the potential to someday be a life. Why is it bad to
Well,
end
no,
something that
100%
does
is
not yet
alive.
exist?
100% is alive.
Okay, so then
It
why
does
is
exist.
ending
How does it not exist? That's where I think we get because you go around in these weird curves and
okay,
you try to confuse me or something.
Connor, why is it wrong to end a life?
Can I have that, buddy? No, you can't have that. Stop. You're taking away the potential life experience of another human.
Okay. You're taking away the potential. Why is it wrong to take away that potential? How does taking away potential harm this creature?
Because you don't know what good that potential could have had.
What if that creature,
or you don't know the impact of that
what if
life
that
would have had on in the world.
What if that fetus would have grown up to be the next Hitler? Then did I do a good thing?
So not necessarily. So I think Hitler played and I'm not like Hitler, I'm not pro Hitler by any means, but I think Hitler, what he did and then what came after was a net good. Not what he did. What he did was really wrong. I don't know. I think a lot of good came after what he did, is what I'm trying to say.
Did that good outweigh 6 million people being murdered?
So basically what I'm trying to say is one bad thing could happen, two good things could happen.
What about 6 million bad
trying to say
things?
here.
What about 6 million bad things?
Well, there could be 12 million good things.
What were the good things that outweigh the 6 million?
You don't know. That's the problem, though.
Wait, what were the
bottom line is the fact that neither one of us know.
Connor, what were the good things that outweighed the 6 million people being killed in the Holocaust?
Say that one more time.
What's the good things that outweigh the 6 million people being killed in the Holocaust?
Well, we got rid of Hitler. He's not able to kill 6 million more.
Connor, there's no way that was a real answer. You're pulling my dick, right? You have to be pulling my dick.
I can't sit here and just name every good thing that's happened after the Holocaust.
Connor, you said that good came out of killing Hitler when we did, or that, no, you said good came out of the Holocaust, and that good you're saying now would be that we killed Hitler so he couldn't keep doing the Holocaust.
No,
When my whole claim was, what if we... No, I'm not. What my whole claim was, what if we killed...
This is where I was trying to say, like, where you're trying to get confusing. Who cares about the Holocaust?
Because your claim was, what if the fetus... This is because your... Connor,
no,
your claim...
I'm just saying, like...
Your claim, Connor, your claim on potential is that what if the fetus grows up to do something good? And my claim is, what if it grows up to be like Hitler? This is why potential is a dumb reason to like focus on something. Potential is something that is like is so conceptual that there's no way to justify anything here. You're not harming something by killing something before it exists.
There's more good people in the world than there are bad people?
I don't have an answer to that. That doesn't matter in my thing. It's still potential. I don't care what the potential of something is. It's not currently existing. Should I give a 5-year-old alcohol because it potentially can be 21 someday? No. Should I give a 15-year-old a high school diploma because potentially? No. I'm saying, why would I treat something like the thing that it is not yet? I'm going to treat it like what it is, which is not yet a person. So thank you for joining us. But at this point, I'm fucking clocked out. Hey, thank you all for watching this video. If you don't know me, I'm Jovan Bradley. I'm a leftist content creator who does debates, political commentary, gaming, and more. If this is your first video, thanks for sticking to the end, and I hope you subscribe. I post videos daily, and there are hundreds of past debates on my page for you to enjoy. Thank you to all my YouTube members. Your continued support helps me create as much as I can. Consider joining. A membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to our community Discord, early access to videos, and more. Shout out to my Tier 4 members, Red Fairy DF, Ellie McReady, Not 3.6R, Sylvia Snow, Paul D, Zurith Moonpaw, Kazim, Never Again, Bamji, Emery Imogene, Ayla Ursus, Call Me Vel, Kelsey K, Jake Gorshander, Matthew Holloway, Vampy, Yemye, Mealy, and Dragon Nerd. Your continued support goes a long way in helping me continue the fight for equity, justice, and education. Thank you again for watching.